series coming up on fentanyl. For more on this, I spoke with our Lynn Kawano. Fentanyl overdoses spiked in Hawaii this year. While that's consistent with other states, we're in a unique situation. Of course, surrounded by water, we're curious how the drug is getting here and what law enforcement is doing about it. Now, Lynn Kawano has a special report airing this Sunday night called Smuggled Fentanyl in Hawaii. She joins us now with a preview. Lynn, in the process of the story, what were you able to find out?
There's a lot of steps. We call it the drug pipeline to paradise. That was the name I used for this. We traveled to the West Coast and then the U.S.-Mexico border. We went to a lot of different places to see the pattern, the pipeline, how fentanyl gets here, where it comes from, and then what law enforcement is trying to do to stop it along the way. There are many different transaction spots. So it was very interesting for us to see. We traveled with Customs and Border Protection, so CBP. We also traveled with the Los Angeles Port Police, DEA, HIDA, the High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas Program. We went out with a lot of them as they worked to try to stop the drugs, first from coming into the country at the Mexico border, but then also then from leaving California to come to Hawaii. It is a very difficult process. And what I've learned is no matter how much they work at it, some's always going to get through, right? It does. And they do make a lot of stops. They do make a lot of busts. But there's so much fentanyl out there. And in this special report, you'll hear from the agencies why. You know, it's just so easy to make. It's made in a lab, and so they can make a lot of it as much as they want. And therefore, no matter how many times they bust people, there's still going to be more coming in. But it is a very interesting process to see.
Yeah, hard to keep track of for sure. We actually have a clip from your special. Take a look at it.
The Drug Enforcement Administration and HIDA, the High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas, combined forces to try to find the major suppliers before the items can be shipped out of LA.
All right, guys, thanks for coming out today.
This is Group 48, a task force of agents.
We got a target that's supposed to come out, originally bring 1,000 pills for $2,500, followed by another 2,000 pills. After he brings out the 2,000 pills, we're going to attempt a takedown, followed by an arrest.
The bus often starts small with buys off social media ads that target kids. And you'll see more about what happened with that operation in the special report.
Very fascinating, Lynn. Now, we had a mass overdose this summer. 5 Hawaii Island people in Waikiki overdosed in a hotel room, which was alarming and eye-opening. But how widespread is this problem?
You know, that was really a key moment in Hawaii. I don't think that people realized how bad the fentanyl problem was in Hawaii until that happened. It was eye-opening, sad, horrible, tragic. 2 people died in that case, but it made people pay attention to the problem that we're really having. And what I think people really need to understand is this is not just a problem in homeless camps or places where we typically see drug issues and all the things that follow that. This happens in every community. This happens everywhere throughout the state. And it is happening. First responders are going daily to multiple overdose calls. And it's not just in the areas you think they are. So this is one way for you to really understand. This special talks about how it is in different parts of the community. And we interviewed a woman who lost her son, an East Honolulu woman, good family, solid family, and still they were hit by this tragedy.
Heartbreaking indeed. Now, the special report, Smuggled Fentanyl in Hawaii, airs this Sunday night at 8 p.m. on KHNL. But Lynn, that's not all. You also have a series of stories all next week. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we break down the special into different segments that we can use in the newscast because, you know, you can't fit everything into one story, right? And so we wanted to address all of the topics, all of the pertinent issues that happen and that come with this problem that we're having, this crisis that we're having. And many people say, you know, in Hawaii, we don't have the crisis that other states are having. It's coming. We're delayed a couple of years because we're surrounded by water and things take a little longer to get here, but it is coming and we need to be aware of it and we need people to be prepared and we need to talk about it. We can't ignore this problem. So that's why we are also doing a series, 6 different stories next week. So Monday through Saturday after the special airs this Sunday.
Lynn Kawano, our chief investigative reporter, with a look at her special report, Smuggled Fentanyl in Hawaii. Again, it airs this Sunday night at 8 p.m. on KHNL. Lynn, thank you so much for all your work.